Perhaps, ladies, you're wondering, how come I feel so alone? I'm married. And believe it or not, there are so many women who feel that way, that they feel more alone now when you're married than when you were single. And you're wondering why. And I'm going to try to explain this to you in a way not just is cool or gives you knowledge, but I want to give you something to work with, something where you can change the dynamic of your marriage so that you're not feeling alone. But I'm also going to explain some truths, which is what we do at the Marriage Foundation, some truths so you're not beating your head against the wall or feeling guilty or feeling less than or demoralized. I want you to have a great marriage. One of our themes here is never settle for less than a great marriage. And if your marriage is in trouble, don't give up. That's sort of our theme. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. So let's first be very clear about something. And that is that even though you're married, you still are you. And you never become, on a certain level, you never become together a part of each other. And, we hear these stories and they're very touching about how older couples can finish each other's sentences and, they think the same. And that does happen through propinquity, through being together an awful lot. It would happen with another woman too, or a man with another man. That's just from you tend to get along with one another. But still, the truth of the matter is you are, always will, remain an individual. But loneliness is different than being an individual. Of course, you're an individual. You have your own thoughts. You're a woman, so you see life through the lens of a woman. You have hormones that your husband doesn't have, and he's going, thank God, and you're going, why me? And let's get an understanding of what loneliness really is. The mind is something that all of us have. We all have a mind. We would be lost without our mind. We need the mind, but that isn't who you are. But we are not taught a very simple concept that truly will change your life. So I want you to think about this. And this is not a religious discussion, but I'm talking about reality. The truth is that your marriage may be fine. You and your husband may be getting along really well. But what you really want to do in your marriage is connect at a much higher level than your personalities. You don't want to become dependent on each other. There's this term codependent. I don't have a problem with codependency, but I do have a problem with loneliness. So that loneliness is coming from identifying yourself as the mind. I know that's a little hard to hear. It's not really clear. So I'm going to try and get into this a little bit deeper so you get it. What you actually are is a soul. We all hear, I have a soul, or maybe I don't have a soul, or is that all true or not? The truth is this, and again, this is not religious. You are a soul. God created man/women in his own image. And that's not a fingers and toes kinds of thing. That is not female parts or male parts kind of thing. That is that. And in the Jewish religion, they're very clear about this. Well, not sort of the surface of it, but deeper, which is where I've done my study, deeper in Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, and Hinduism and all that. I really love to get into it because it's so relevant to marriage. You're a soul, you have a body, you have a mind. Think about this. So the I, when you say I, you can say I am very pretty when you look in the mirror, but it's kind of a misnomer. What you're really saying is, my face is so pretty. My hair is looking wonderful, but I'm the soul. I have a body, and my face and my body are beautiful, but I remain changeless. And that I is connected more, it's intended to be connected more to God than to your body and your mind. So what happens is we become lonely, and this is the truth. We become lonely because we're not identified as our soul. And you're going to go, what does this have to do with marriage? I thought this is a marriage video. Okay, I'm getting there, so don't go away, but pay attention. When you connect at the level of the soul with your husband, then it is you connecting with him where you're meant to be connected. Soulmates, right? The connection is heart, soul. You are love. The soul is love. And you want to be connected to him at that level of love. When you're connected with yourself first, when you're identified correctly as I am the soul, I am the woman, I can then see you, you can see yourself connected to your husband at this higher place. And when you, and this is really kind of deep, but when you're cultivating love for God and for your husband, there is no such thing as loneliness. Now, some people will say, wait a minute, I didn't sign up for this. I wanted to learn about my marriage. Why am I lonely in my marriage? You can't just put a Band-Aid on this. One of the biggest reasons why there's so much distress, dis-ease in marriages, dis meaning lacking, ease, comfort. The reason why there's so much dis-ease in marriage is because of a lack of understanding. I never was a educated person in the world of Western psychology. And so my study is in marriage, pure and simple. And I taught many, many counselors. In fact, I taught professors of marriage counseling from Phoenix University, for instance, in California, to use these principles rather than Western psychological principles because they are relevant, whereas Western psychological principles are not relevant to marriage. So to get past loneliness, it becomes a matter of how you identify yourself. And when you bring that to your marriage, there's zero chance of being lonely. You are with your soulmate. And together, the word marriage means union. And together, this union of souls creates a fountain of love, joy, harmony, and certainly no loneliness is there at all. It's not there. We're just not taught these things. And I go over this all the time. Now, what I teach, again, is so different from what is out there, the traditional, the commonplace. It's so different. But here's the good news. It works. How do I know it works? Because I've been doing this since 2001. We have thousands of success stories. And I don't ask, well, did you like me? Which is how they do it now. You know, when you go to marriage counselors, they go, you know, how did you get along with your marriage counselor? I don't care if you like me or don't like me. I want you to learn about marriage. Why? Because marriage is created for happiness. And I want you to be happy. I'm past the retirement age by quite a bit. I'm doing this to help people. This is my service. So take advantage of it. Who am I? I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation based on these teachings. I used to be a divorce mediator, for God's sake, until 2001, when I helped a couple who asked me to help them save their marriage. I made discoveries that just blew my mind, changed my life, changed their lives, and has changed thousands and thousands of lives. And I want to be able to change yours so you can become happy too. Like the video, Please like the video, leave a comment. It's important. I want to know if you feel lonely in your marriage and why you think you do. And I'll respond to you. So leave that comment and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That is really important. Paul Friedman, talk to you later. I love you. God bless you. Hi, I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. Been saving marriages since 2001. Now, what can we say about not giving up and not settling? These are two big deals that for your marriage, these are vital concepts. And they boil down to two things that we offer you. One are the books that we have. I have Lessons for a Happy Marriage, which is the first book that I wrote, and Breaking the Cycle. They're both great. Flip a coin as to which one you want. That's for not settling. Those books lay out for you exactly what marriage is all about. The guidelines, the intricacies, delves into communication, all the things about marriage that you need to know. And if your marriage is doing fine, but you just have this little problem here, this little problem there, but it's basically doing fine, don't settle. I promise you this, when you read one of these books, you're going to learn more about marriage than you even knew you didn't know, and it's going to change everything for the better. You will be so grateful that you took my advice and got one of those books. Now, the Don't Give Up, when I began, I was structuring, compiling all the marriage help that people need in order to save their marriage. I was a divorce mediator until 2001, and so I was fortunate that I was accessing a support group for those who were going to get a divorce called Second Saturday in San Diego, California. And so I was able to pull out of those sessions individuals, after I told them that I could help them save their marriage, who were beyond on the verge of getting a divorce. I'm going to say 95 to 98% of the people for whom I got a divorce shouldn't have, didn't need to, had they known what I now know. I took all of that knowledge and I put it into comprehensive courses, one for men and one for women. These courses, your course based on your gender, will bring you from the depth of the swamp that you find yourself in, out of that, into the light, and help you achieve a marriage you never even dreamed possible. That's a promise. Now, what if you're not even married? What if you're going to get married and you're just looking around for marriage advice? In that case, and I actually created this for some friends, we have a premarital course, which is amazing. You'll never have a problem in your marriage. Well, like nobody ever has a problem, but you won't have any killer problems. You'll know how to be married to get the most out of your marriage. What if you're only dating? Then I have a course for you too. This one I actually created for my son, and it is a step-by-step process for you to attract your soulmate, and in the right way. I'm so glad that you found us. Please take advantage of that which we have to offer. We are here to serve you. I'm Paul Friedman. God bless you, and take care.